Hey guys, welcome to SHEVANNA'S lifestyle. Thank you for coming and thank you for spending your time with me today. Today I'm going to be talking to you about uterine fibroids. It's going to be a two-part video. I'm just going to let you know my experiences with uterine fibroids, the journey, how it has been for me. Alright, so first and foremost, I want to tell you what uterine fibroids is. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading. Now, uterine fibroids are benign tumors that originate in the uterus or the womb. They're usually round, and in most cases, they do not cause pain or other symptoms. But if they do cause symptoms, some of the symptoms are prolonged and heavy menstrual cycles, lower back pain, pain in the feet and legs, and pelvic pain and cramping. What causes uterine fibroids? Well, our body is comprised of estrogen and progesterone. Now, when there is a imbalance in the hormone of estrogen, then it causes disruption. So estrogen is a group of hormones that promote the development or maintenance of the female characteristics, also produced artificially. So you can find estrogen in birth control, contraceptives, soaps, sprays, household chemicals, lotions, food, and because a lot of it is artificial and you can find it in almost anything, it means a lot of times it causes a disruption in the female body. Right now, when there is a disruption in the hormone, it causes increased heart rate and also irregular heartbeat, and you also find that you have reproductive problems such as fibroids, cysts, endometriosis, and the work. As I said, it's gonna be a two-part video. So what I want to do for you guys today is let you know my journey and also show you some of the things that I do to kind of control the estrogen in my body so I can get rid of my fibroids. I usually perm my hair. I've been perming my hair since maybe I was 12. So that was when I was in 6th grade. I was perming my hair. And I've come to find out with research is that the chemicals found in the things that you use to process your hair usually causes disruption in the hormones because there's estrogen found in them. Now, I found out that I had fibroids in 2016, but before then, I started losing my hair 2012. I had issues and I wanted to go natural, and so I went natural in 2011, and my hair grew probably to about this length, and then I started braiding. But then my issue was along the hairline. I usually have hair loss whenever I braid my hair. Now, that wasn't much of a problem because I stopped braiding and then I was allowing my hair to grow out. Now, I remember I permed my hair again because of bad influence. Someone said, "You're young. Why is your hair natural? You should perm your hair." So I went ahead and I permed my hair again. In 2012, I noticed that my hair started shedding. I permed my hair. In fact, I used a very cheap perm to perm my hair in 2012, and then after that I noticed that my hair started to shed, but it was really unusual because my hair was growing very well. Whenever I permed it was like down here, so it was good for me. I felt great. But then when my hair started to shed, it was really heartbreaking for me. And what I noticed is that it started to shed from the middle, so I now had central alopecia, right? That was a very depressing time for me. And I remember that was the first time I did my big chop. So I cut my hair off, was really low, and I put bleach in it, and it grew, and then I put perm in there again. bad mistake. And the next year it started to go down again, central alopecia again. So that was 2013. Then I cut my hair again. I cut it off again. So I decided, okay, this time I'm not gonna put bleach in it, but I'm gonna cut it off and see where it goes. Then I put perm in there again. Yeah, crazy me. So I put perm in there again, and then it started to shed in the middle again. Anyway, fast forward to 2017, after my big chop. I think oh yes, 2016, I discovered that I had uterine fibroids. And how did I discover that I had uterine fibroids? I was pregnant with my first child, and when the belly got to about 8 months, I noticed that there was some kind of mass protruding. So then I thought it was the baby's leg. And when I went to the hospital and the nurse saw it when I lied on my back, she said, oh, that must be the baby's leg. So, I thought it was the baby's leg. But then we usually did regular routine checkups, and I usually did a lot of sonogram. I did a sonogram, and they found out that it was a fibroid, and I was like, what? I was so disappointed. It was so huge. It was like an orange. It was protruding like an orange, and so I was very disappointed. Anyway, that's when my journey started with fibroids. To me, that's when my journey started. But then when I looked back, I realized that I was consuming a lot of eggs, a lot of chicken, and also a lot of milk. Now, the reason why I'm going to touch on that, as I remember I mentioned before that you find artificial estrogen and also excess estrogen, naturally occurring estrogen, in things like eggs and chicken and milk. So people who have uterine fibroids really should not be consuming these things, because especially chicken and eggs, there is an excess amount of estrogen found in them. No, that was regularly a part of my diet, and so I think that was one of the reasons that led to the massive growth of fibroids. But to backtrack a little bit, I remember during my earlier years, before even 2016, I had severe menstrual cramps. It was so bad that I couldn't even get out of bed. I remember mentioning in one of my videos that when I first started menstruating, I went to a banquet and my period came, and I remember at the banquet I wore a white dress, and my dress messed up completely twice in the one banquet, right? It was so heavy. It was so disappointing. When I went home that night, I remember changing 10 sanitary napkins in one night. The other morning, I was really blessed to have opened my eyes. I lost so much blood. I couldn't get out of bed. I remember my mother wanted to take me to the doctor, and she told me to go and bathe, and I really couldn't bathe myself. It was that bad. So I don't know if at that time or before 2016, my discovery, I don't know how long before that I had the fibroids. However, I knew that I was diagnosed with fibroids in 2016. Now, in a research that I did, I found out that, because I wanted to know, why is uterine fibroids so prominent in Black women? Because my doctor told me in 2016 that uterine fibroids are prominent in Black women, right? So I wanted to find out, why is uterine fibroids so prominent in Black women, right? So I researched, and I found out that a high majority of Black women process their hair, and the chemicals usually lead to central alopecia and also many of the reproductive problems that we have. As I stated before, I started perming my hair at age 12. So can you imagine all of that? Not to mention the chemicals found in sanitary napkins. So I was really just exposed to all of that from the beginning. What I want to share with you today is what I do, because I took my fibroid health, or my health, into my hands last year, sorry, because now we're in a new year. I took my health into my hands and I decided that I was gonna follow some natural ways of getting rid of the fibroids, because I didn't want to do surgery. I have 2 surgeries. I had 2 cesarean sections, so it was really bad, really a journey for me, and I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go through another surgery again. So I decided that I want to find some natural ways in which I can help to, shrink the fibroids. So I came up with, well, I didn't come up with a few, but I was recommended, and I have an article that I read. I was recommended these things. So I'm gonna discuss some herbs that I use. And first, let me leave this disclaimer here. I'm not a medical professional. I don't give medical advice. I just give the things that have worked for me. So if you want to go ahead and try them, then you try them at your own risk and your own leisure. So let me go ahead and just list a few other things and show you what they're beneficial for. Now, the first herb that I'm gonna list is dandelion. Dandelion provides antioxidants, reduces cholesterol, regulates blood sugar, reduces inflammation, lowers blood pressure, aids in weight loss, reduces cancer risk, and it boosts the immune system. Also, we're gonna be discussing burdock root. Now, burdock root provides antioxidants, removes toxins from the blood, inhibits cancer growth, helps with skin issues, increases sexual desire, causes excitement. Another thing that I bought is chicory root, and it contains insulin. Insulin is a fiber that improves bowel movement, relieves constipation, removes toxic buildup from the digestive tract. Also contains prebiotic, promotes healthy, I don't know what I wrote. I'm sorry. And it detoxifies the liver. Okay, so the other thing is milk thistle. And guys, I do not use milk thistle because I couldn't find it, but it was also one of the recommendations. Either use dandelion or milk thistle, so I chose to use dandelion. So milk thistle supports liver health, treats liver problems, promotes skin health, reduces cholesterol, supports weight loss, reduces insulin resistance, improves allergic asthma symptoms, limits spread of cancer, and supports bone health. Another herb is black cohosh or black cohosh. It controls symptoms of menopause, such as like headaches, mood changes, vaginal dryness, sleep problems, night sweats, and heart palpitations. And I usually have a lot of heart palpitations. I noticed that since I was very, very young. My heart just seems to be racing. 2018, when I was hospitalized because of low blood count, I realized that I had tachycardia. So that was one of the reasons why my heart was racing like that. And one of the causes of tachycardia is low levels of iron, right? So I had to get a blood transfusion, and I had to be taking iron twice per day to bring up my blood count level. Now, we talk about the effects of black cohosh, and one of the other things is it is sometimes touted as a natural alternative to hormone replacement therapy and treatment for arthritis and muscle pain, and it stabilizes estrogen. Okay, guys. Another herb that I use is sheep sorrel. It treats inflammation, scurvy, cancer, and diarrhea. and one of the 4 ingredients found in ACEC, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, they call it an alternative to cancer treatment. Now, sheep sorrel should be avoided by those with arthritis, gout, or kidney stones because it contains oxalic acid. All right. Now, another thing that I use consistently is turmeric. And I don't have the turmeric itself, so I use turmeric powder. Right now, turmeric contains curcumin, and well, if you don't know, but in order to get the best of the curcumin, you usually use black pepper together with the turmeric. Turmeric prevents heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer. It's a potent anti-inflammatory antioxidant. It improves symptoms of depression and arthritis and should be avoided by those with kidney disease or gallstones. Okay? So guys, if you have kidney disease, then you don't use turmeric. And everything that we're talking about here should not be used in excess. I also use castor oil pack. I buy my castor oil from Amazon. I buy Jamaican black castor oil and I put it in a rag. So I soak the rag with castor oil. Then I place it on my tummy. And then I get a heating pack and I put it over there for an hour. And this should be repeated every day. If you don't have the heating pad, then you can use a glass bottle. You're gonna put hot water in there, and then you're gonna put a towel over your tummy. After you've placed the castor oil rag or over your tummy, you're gonna place a towel and put the hot water. So you can place a plastic bag first, or some kind of plastic to put over the castor oil so that the other towel doesn't absorb the castor oil. Another treatment is, I remember I mentioned before that I do have anemia, and so I take iron supplements. Now, the best one that has worked for me is HB Fortex. The reason why I take HB Fortex is because it contains stool softener. Alright, so because every other iron tablet I've taken has really disrupted me and made me very constipated. So this one has worked tremendously for me, and it is also fortified with other vitamins, so it's really good. Another thing that I take is the VM100 Complete, and it is fortified with a lot of vitamins, and I take that daily as well. Another thing that I'd recommend, the thing is, our body is alkaline, right? Our body is alkaline, and therefore it needs alkaline food. It needs food from the cruciferous family. So when you eat foods from the cruciferous family, the body becomes, I'm not sure how to explain it, but it helps to shrink the fibroids, right? It creates an environment, an acidic environment, and it causes the fibroids to shrink. So recommendation is as well, put half of lemon in 8 ounces of water every day as you wake, and you drink that in warm water as you get up in the morning. Drink lots of water as well. And for the herbal teas, I'm gonna tell you exactly how they are prepared and how I use it to replace water every day. Now guys, as I said before, this is a 2-part video, so I'm gonna go ahead and link the other video in the description. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, guys, you can leave that in the comment section and just let me know exactly what you're thinking. If you're struggling with fibroids or any other reproductive problems, just let me know, and I can also let you know all the other things that I've tried. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a positive day. Thank you. Goodbye.